Okay, so a little backstory. This was around the time that I was going to Howard, and I live like right across the street from like Meridian Hill Park. If you're familiar with that area in DC, it's like called the Gold Coast or whatever. And there also was like a campus, not a campus, but a dorm room right across the street where people used to get picked up and such. And that's where I used to like walk to because I didn't have a car at the time. So okay, so this guy, I had been seeing him in my building, and he looked older. I clearly looked younger than than my actual age. So I was wondering, like from the jump, like what his intentions were, because I look young. But that's besides the point. So he had been seeing me like, in my building. Whenever he would see me, he would just like hold the door open for me, or like, make like a quick little conversation, ask me how my day was and everything like that. And eventually he, kind of like took more interest in me and was like, oh, can I have your number? I want to eventually like, try and hang out with you, like, take you out. But I was looking at him and I was like, you look a little older. You look like you might be a little too old for me. He had like a full beard, and he had, not saying people have like, old eyes or whatever, but he looked mature. He didn't look like somebody I should have been talking to be honest, but I was just like, screwed. He seemed nice. Shoot, he's better than the young dudes that I usually encounter trying to hit on me in a weird way. So I was like, okay, I'll go with it, whatever. So I kept seeing him, and it was like, weeks of seeing him and him making like conversation. Eventually I gave in. I was like, okay, I'll give him my number. What can it hurt? And he was texting me and stuff like that. And it was like nice, light conversation. It wasn't bad, but I could tell I was dealing with the older dude. He was trying to like move a little faster than, I was like ready to move. So I was like doing my detective work and everything like that, because you can never be sure these days if somebody's like, in a relationship, or somebody thinks they're in a relationship with them. So I was like, I went through his Facebook. I didn't see anything suspicious. So I was like, okay, I'll continue talking to him. I'll give him a chance and everything like that. And I didn't really find anything nuts, no girlfriend, wives, no like pictures from other girls, no hearts or anything like that. So I was like, okay, it's fine, we good. But one day I saw him with this little kid, and I was like, is that your kid? I was like, I am merely a kid myself. So I was like, I can't be nobody's stepmom. I'm in college right now. I'm having fun. I'm not ready to sign up to be somebody's stepmom. So he was like, yeah, this is my son. And I was like, your son? Oh, okay. That's cool. Okay. I was like, new stuff is like coming out, every other week, but that's fine. That's cool. So, we're talking and everything like that. And like, eventually I'm on campus one. I'm at Howard, leaving class, and I see him by the food truck. And I'm like, is that the dude from my building by the food truck? Is that the guy that I've been texting? I was like, in my mind, like initially I was like, is he trying to like stalk me or something like that? Because I was like, how did he know? Like, I didn't tell him my schedule or anything like that. So I'm like, why is he here right now? Why am I seeing him right now? Is this like just by chance, or did he plan? Like, I don't even know. Did he do some weird investigation work and be like, where is her, which class is she coming in and out of? I was like, I hope that's not the case, because then I got a stalker on my hands. But no, that wasn't the case. So I walk up to him, I'm like, what the heck are you doing here? And he's like, I'm just chilling, I'm just cooling, whatever. I'm like, cooling at this campus right now? Like right when I come out of class, are you here to visit me or something? He's like, no, I just like to come over here. So, we were just like, talking, chopping it up and whatever. And eventually, he gives me a hug and he leaves out. So that's that. So this is like, like probably like 2 months into us like texting and whatever and seeing each other in the building. We still ain't even gone out yet. But one day I was, on Facebook and everything like that. This was when Facebook was hot. This was like before Instagram, was like really catching on and whatever. So I get this instant message from this lady, and I'm like, oh Lord, what is this about? I was like, please don't tell me. I don't want nobody coming to me woman to woman. And guess what? That's exactly what it was. She was coming to me woman to woman. She was like, in these words, she was like, don't talk to, I almost said his name. We'll call him Mark. Don't talk to Mark. He's married in those words. And I was like, my mouth went dry. I was like, no, this can't be. He cannot be married. Like, this guy that I've been talking to, how come? And what I didn't mention is, like, one time he invited me up to his apartment, and his, like, I think he said along with his son, his cousin or his brother lives with them or something. I didn't see the cousin or the brother, but I just saw an additional bedroom. So I was like, maybe I was missing something. Maybe I wasn't like paying attention properly like I should have been, and looking for like clues of like a woman living with him, because I was like, how the hell is he married? He lived in the building. I've never seen her with him. No pictures, nothing like that. And I'm just like, something about this just doesn't feel right. And so the natural thing to do, I text him and I'm like, are you married? And he's like, no, she's crazy. I'm like, how is she crazy? How would a woman, how did she even know to find me? I've never even seen this woman before on my Facebook. So she had been watching, she had been looking at me. I don't know how she saw me or found me on Facebook, but she did. She knew me enough to find me and message me. So I'm like, something is up, something is awry with this. But he just kept on saying, no, she's crazy. We're getting a divorce. And I'm like, how? Like, huh? Like, how could you do this? Like, because in my mind, that's like full stop. We're not talking to each other anymore. Because I'm like, I don't do nothing with married men. No, I'm not that type of person. So craziness outside. But it's just like, I don't get why he just wasn't truthful. Like, why are you trying to talk to young little college girls when you know you got a wife? Okay, say you're not, with the wife, but you're still married to her. The divorce isn't filed all the way through. But I didn't really delve into the situation, because when somebody mentions the M word, marriage, I'm out, I'm bouncing. So in that instant, I was like, no, I can't do this. And I was like, and on top of that, you have a kid, and I'm a dang kid myself. So what do I look like messing with you? And then on top of that, you're gonna lie to me at the same time. So I was like, no, I can't do it. So all that to say, after he denied everything, I was like, you know what? We can't talk. We can't talk anymore. And we never spoke again, because I'm not about to deal with that. I don't want nobody, you don't know what somebody's mind is, where somebody's mind is, or what they're going through. And I'm not gonna have nobody coming up to me on campus or at my apartment trying to fight me over some dude that I just met. It's not even worth it. So I said no. And I've never seen him to this day. So that's it. That's the end. Bye.